Alright guys, let's review this together. So Truefree sent us their new HF-10 headphone for review, and we have put it through a full-scale test to see if it's actually worth your money, or is it just another budget headphone overloaded with marketing specs. Bear it in mind that this review is 100% independent. Truefree had no say in this video, and our verdict is based strictly on our personal testing. At just 30 USD, this device is claiming hybrid ANC of up to 45 decibel, transparency mode, Bluetooth 6.0, multi-point connection, app support, 40mm drivers, and an impossible 125 hours of battery life. Yes, 125 hours. Every time we see a pair of budget headphones packed this much on paper, there is always a catch. Now, we have been testing this to find out what actually holds up and whether it's worth your money. For context, Truefree was established as an offshoot of Soundpit to focus on affordable audio. They are known for aggressive value, but moving into over-ear headphone is a different game altogether. So the real question right now is very simple. Are these actually good, or they are just good on paper? Let's find out. Let's start with the unboxing. Inside the box, you get a user manual, a USB-C to USB-A charging cable, a 3.5mm aux cable, and the headset itself. No hard case, no pouch. At this price point, that's not even shocking at all. It's just something to note if you are the type who likes to carry headphones in their bag on the daily, because without a pouch, you want to be very careful with scratches. Now let's talk about the first thing you will notice when you get hold of them. The HF-10 looks clean, the design is simple, and it actually looks more premium than the price suggests until you touch it. The body is mostly plastic, but it doesn't feel cheap. The hinges are a mix of metal and plastic, and they feel sturdy enough for daily use. During my testing, I accidentally knocked them against a few doorways and objects, and the good news is they aren't prone to scratches, and the finish holds up very well. The buttons are physical too. I personally prefer that because touch controls on cheap headphones can be incredibly frustrating. There are clear left and right markings inside the ear cups to help you identify them quickly. On the right ear cups, you have got a power button that handles play and pause, volume controls, and a 3.5 aux port. This means you can use them wirelessly or wired when you want zero latency or just don't want to worry about power. Over on the left, you get a dedicated ANC button. I love having a dedicated button for this, though all of these buttons can serve as multiple functions, which I'll break down in a couple of moments. There are also two LED indicators. One shows a static light for power when turned on, and the other indicates your connection status. Speaking of wearing them, this is where the HF-10 can either win you over or annoy you depending on the size of your head. The ear cups fit and swivel, the headband adjusts, and the whole frame folds inward, making it easy to toss into a backpack. It's also quite lightweight for an over-ear headset, coming in at around 260 grams, and it doesn't feel like a heavy load during a long listening section. The earpads use soft protein leather packed with a memory foam. When you put them on, they feel comfortable and create a decent seal. The clamping force is moderate if you are someone who prefers a tight clamp for a stronger passive seal. You might wish it was just a bit much tighter. It's not loose, but it's definitely on the relaxed side. You can move your head around without them falling off unless you start shaking your head rapidly. And once comfort is out of the way, the next thing everybody wants to know is how strong is the active noise cancellation. This headset uses hybrid active noise cancellation and claims up to 45 decibel of noise reduction. According to Truefree, it can block out up to 90% of ambient noise. Now let's be realistic. Numbers on paper they are very different from real world performance, right? Now, real world performance matters most. In everyday use, the HF-10 does a solid job of reducing steady background frequencies. Things like fan hums, AC units, general office chatter, and low noise get noticeably toned down. Here's how I'm going to describe it. The ANC is strong enough that when you toggle it on, you immediately notice the difference, especially when you are indoor. If you listen to music at a moderate volume, the ANC does exactly what it is supposed to do. You don't have to crank the volume up just to drown out of this world. You will still hear that sharp, unpredictable, passive sounds and nearby voices, though. It's not going to completely isolate you like a pair of $300 headphones, but it effectively handles your everyday environmental drone. Now, the app gives you access to four distinct ANC modes. You have the indoor, adaptive, outdoor, and the commute. To be frank, the differences between them are pretty subtle. The adaptive mode seems to be the strongest overall reduction, while the others essentially function as different intensity tiers. Switching these modes inside the app brings us perfectly to the next feature, transparency mode. Transparency mode is designed to let you hear your surroundings without taking off your headset. And on the HF10, the transparency mode actually works, but this is where budget engineering shows. It lets outside sound in, but it doesn't sound completely open or natural. It's perfectly usable for quick awareness, like listening to announcement, catching someone calling your name, or having a brief interaction. But it isn't the type of transparency that makes you forget you are wearing a pair of headphones. No. Now let's move on to the next one. The HF10 is equipped with Bluetooth 6.0 and support multi-point connection, which means you can pair it with two devices simultaneously. The wireless stability held up great during my testing, even when walking into another room away from my phone. There is also a low latency game mode for watching videos or gaming to keep your audio synchronized with the screen. And if you want absolutely zero delay, you can always use the aux cable. I want you guys to be the judge of the latency right here. So the next thing is my gameplay and audio synchronizing video. Let's quickly map out the physical controls. On the right ear cup, you have the primary three buttons. The volume buttons double as track skipping when you hold them down for about a second. The power button acts as your main multifunction hub. Hold it for 3 seconds to power off. Single tap to play and pause or manage calls. Double tap to toggle game mode and triple tap to mute your mic. Then over on the left ear cup, that dedicated ANC button lets you cycle through ANC mode, normal mode, and transparency modes. The headset is rated for an astonishing 125 hours of playback with ANC off and 85 hours with ANC on. The massive 1000 mAh battery inside this thing was genuinely difficult to drain. On a single charge, we used it for 6 straight days, averaging about 5 hours a session, and the battery indicator was still sitting at roughly 50%. We eventually had to leave it playing music continuously, hooked up to a spare phone just to get it to die. It also features fast charging. Truefree claims a quick 10-minute charge gives you up to 8 hours of playback time. We plug it into an 18 watts charger for 10 minutes, and once again, it kept going for hours. At a certain point, we lost track of the exact measurement because the capacity just delivers exactly what it promises. If you hate charging your devices every few days, the battery performance on this alone makes the HF10 stands out in its class. But massive battery doesn't mean much if you sound like you are underwater during calls, right? Alright, next thing we are going to check out is the mic quality. The HF10 uses an array of microphones paired with DNS 3.0 algorithm and AI noise suppression to clean up your voice. In quiet environments, it performs perfectly fine, clear enough for standard phone calls, Zoom meetings, and daily check-ins. When things get noisy around you, the AI tries its best to suppress the background clutter, but you notice your voice start to sound a bit more processed and compressed. Alright guys, this is the mic test of the TrueFree HF-10. The app I am using for this recording is the Google Voice Recorder. Right now, I am on normal mode. I am going to switch between different modes if we are going to spot any difference. This is the transparency mode right now. Alright, ANC right now. The ANC is on right now. You are going to tell me if there is any difference, but that's not the ultimate test. I have a fan right here that is going to simulate our wind to be on the highest. Okay, the fan is on right now. I don't know if you can see it, but at the same time, is the mic able to suppress the wind, or I don't know. You should be the judge of this. The HF10 is packing a 40mm dynamic drivers, and they can get incredibly loud without breaking apart into nasty distortion. That's a big plus because a lot of cheap headphones get messy and harsh the moment you push the volume slider up. Out of the box, the tuning is heavily biased towards the low end, the bass. You get a thick, punchy bass response. Vocals remains relatively clear, and the eyes are rolled off just enough to keep them from sounding piercing. The mid can feel a bit step back depending on the genre you're listening to. There is one specific thing you need to know about though. The HF10 has 360 special audio permanently active by default. It adds a slight wider sense of space to the soundstage, but the effect is mind-blowing. Because of the default tuning, the bass tends to take center stage over the vocals, and unfortunately, there is no master switch in the app to turn the spatial processing completely off. The saving grace right here is the companion app's EQ. By tweaking the custom sliders or jumping off the default profile, you can easily pull off the mids, forwards, and balance out that dominant low end. Speaking of software, the Truefree app allows you to monitor your battery percentage, cycle through your listening modes, toggle game modes, and adjust sound. There are 9 preset EQs available. The bass enhanced profile is great if you want maximum thump, while the Truefree classic presets serve as your default or your baseline default EQ. Just note that you can't manage your dual device multi-point connection from within the app interface itself. That has to be handled directly through the phone or laptop. The app also throws in a few extra utilities like OTA firmware updates, a quick factory reset toggle, a white noise generator, and built-in troubleshooting guides. As far as performance goes, it gets the job done, but it definitely feels like a budget app. You will encounter occasional UI lags and delays when tapping between different menus, which can get a tiny bit annoying when you are actively trying to fine-tune your EQ settings. Visually, it looks clean. I just wish the overall navigation felt a bit snappier. The Truefree HF10 is currently sitting at around 30 USD on Amazon. I've left a link in this video description if you want to check them out for yourself. Now, full disclosure, that is an affiliate link, meaning we get a small commission if you buy through it, which helps this channel at no extra cost to you. Alright guys, so after living with the HF10 for a couple of days, it isn't flawless of course, but the plastic build feels like plastic, the transparency mode is average, the microphone don't love fighting against outdoor. For the price point, Truefree did an exceptional job by balancing practical features with raw battery life. They aren't trying to dethrone premium flagship, of course. They are just trying to be the ultimate budget-friendly daily driver for everyday users, and they absolutely succeeded. That is going to wrap it up for today. Thank you for watching. This has been all around review, and again I will say thank you for hanging out with me today. My name is Mr. Roy, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.